Brookelynne and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I make videos twice a week, so on Tuesdays and on Fridays. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. And I'm really hoping you're enjoying my content. So this is the first video I'm filming in 2021, so happy new year. And today's video is going to be a comparison on the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation against the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, the original one. So these two are my favourite foundations head to head. I've still got some tan on, well, quite a lot of tan on, so both of them should match okay. It's not starting to fade that much, so they'll be fine. So this one, the Too Faced Born This Way, is well loved. This is my holy grail, like one of my holy grail foundations. This one's getting up there. I haven't wore like really loads enough to really decide if it is my holy grail or not, but it's like literally in my top 3. It's really amazing. But this one I've had for like a year and a half, the same bottle, because I have different foundations, so it's well loved. But you can tell I've used the majority of it up. Still a tiny bit in the thing, in the bottle, but there's still like basically near enough. But I will get it again in the shade Latte. I have the shade Latte in the concealer, which I use as a foundation, but today we're just going to compare both of them. But I will do a Huda Beauty versus the Too Faced concealer as foundation. And I have that in Latte, I think that's a better match for me. With Sand, it's still a really good match, it's just more warm. But yeah, this one I have it in the shade Baklava, if you're wondering, the Huda Beauty Full Filter. So we'll start with the Too Faced Born This Way. So this one's meant to be a hydrating foundation. It's meant to be it's oil-free, but it's still meant to be a hydrating one for like people who have normal to dry skin. And it's meant to be like a luminous finish. What? A luminous finish. There you go. It's meant to be a luminous finish, and it's meant to be medium to full, like buildable coverage. So it's not claimed to be a natural foundation, like a really like light natural foundation, but it's not claimed to be a full maximum coverage foundation. It's kind of somewhere in the middle, more towards a full coverage spectrum, which I do like. I do prefer when I'm wearing foundation, even though I've quite clear skin, is for more fuller glam look. I just prefer full glam look. I don't know, like full coverage foundation. Sometimes I can get a bit of redness. I don't notice it as much when I have like dark hair, but when I had blonde hair and I wasn't wearing tan, that redness was out there. Now it wasn't really bad, but I just prefer full coverage, just to make sure my skin's really like proper on, like proper like covered. If that redness comes through just the odd time, like your cheeks do flush. But yeah, or sometimes you just get random bits of redness on your face. But yeah, I like a fuller coverage. That's what I'm trying to say. So the Too Faced retails for £29. You get, I think it's 30 mils of product, and you get it from Boots, Debenhams. I don't know if Debenhams still exists anymore because it's meant to be going out of business. You can get it from Too Faced online, and you can get it from loads of different places. Definitely you can get it from Boots, seen it in Boots and seen it in Debenhams, and obviously online. And it comes in about, I think it's 40 something shades. I'll have sitting there, or 60 shades, I don't know. It'll have the wee number there. So this foundation is a slightly more of a natural looking full coverage, but not like it doesn't look like Brookelynne foundations. It's like a no makeup foundation. It's more like full coverage, but not cakey full coverage or full on full coverage, if that makes sense. It has a slight bit more of a natural look, but you can still tell you have it on your face, but it isn't as pow as this one. So while I'm on this, I'll talk about the Huda Beauty one. The Huda Beauty Faux Filter is meant to be a proper full coverage foundation filter, like a proper filter on your face. So this is meant to be for whatever time. You can use whatever foundation you want for any time of the day, but it's meant to be like that full glam, proper full coverage foundation, like pigment. It has a matte look, but it isn't a flat matte. It has more of like a soft matte look to it, but more like a filter soft matte look. It isn't like a cakey flat matte, which I like. Full coverage definitely is, and it's meant to be good for photography. This one doesn't have SPF. I don't think the Too Faced one does either. I don't think so, no. This one is £33 and you can get it from Boots. You can get it online, I think, called Beauty and stuff like that. I'll try to link a few things down below. And I think, I don't think Devon sells it, but definitely Boots. It's in Boots. That's where I got it from, in the Boots in town. And it comes in 30 shades. I think they might have added more, I don't know, but it comes in 30 shades last time I checked. I do have reviews on both of these products. I have reviews on both foundations, but I think they're both amazing. But I'm going to get into doing a side by side, so I'll just prep the skin. I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just the original one. I have a couple different ones in this, but I'm using the original one. And I'm taking about that much onto my fingers and just applying it onto my face. My lips are really dry today, like my lips are so dry. That's why I keep on doing that. It's just that winter dries your whole skin out. So that's the whole primer on. I'm not going to put the dewy primer on because I want to see what the foundations look like on their own without any added dewiness to them. So I've got two separate beauty blenders dampened. These are actually from the MineTan instead of free beauty blenders. They are amazing. So I think for the Too Faced I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to start with this one first. I'm going to apply it on the left side, your right. And yeah, I'm going to take, now because this is a run now, it's not like it's starting to not do full pumps, so I would say about a decent full pump of that. I'm going to take that on the beauty blender, take my wee mirror and just dot it around the face. No, I hardly any tan on my face, that's why it looks like it just is completely wrong colour, but it's not matching my body, so.
Don't take it personal, I ain't lying, I ain't hiding, I've been grinding, multiplying, I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you win.
I will add a tiny bit more of coverage onto my cheeks, just we kind of do a half pump, just because I need more cheek area.
I'm on hiatus, I'm on hiatus, I'm on hiatus, I'm on hiatus, baby don't check for me, taking time out to be and live my life off screen, taking time out to be and live my life, hey.
Okay, that's one pump and a half of Too Faced Born This Way on the face, sir. I would say it's more closer to a pump than a pump and a half because it's not pumping full pumps anymore because it's running out, but there. Now it's time to go for one pump with a Huda Beauty. Okay, so one full pump. And excuse the dog's barking. And I'm going to use this sponge.
Faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me. Cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking.
I would say the Huda Beauty one's definitely more that olive tone. Like this one's definitely still olive, but more warm olive. This one's like a true olive. Still a tiny bit of warmth in it, but definitely full coverage because I still have got some left on my hand and it's still going. This one definitely dries down more, like I can feel it more on my face than the Too Faced. Too Faced doesn't feel that heavy. This one isn't horrendous because I'm used to like wearing makeup, but if you don't like anything like a heavy feeling in foundation on your face, you're not going to like the Huda Beauty one because you can definitely feel it on your face, but Too Faced feels more like lighter on your face, if that makes sense. But you can definitely tell, you can feel both of them, but the Huda Beauty one you can definitely feel more. I would say for the colour, the Huda Beauty is definitely a bit darker. It's similar to the Too Faced and Latte, I would say, colour wise. Mixed between the Sand and the Latte, but like this darker colour. I'm going to add a half pump of the Too Faced foundation, but I don't think I need to do any more for the Huda Beauty. I might just to build it up, but probably not. So about that much. I find the Too Faced is more like when you just add a little bit, it's more medium coverage, whereas if you build it up, it's more full. Like medium to full, I would say. Like it takes a couple of layers to get it to be full coverage, but once you build it, it's fine. But so it's more versatile. If you prefer a natural look for a day, you can use Too Faced 1 pump or something like that, 1.5 pumps. And you want like a full coverage, use 2 pumps or more. But the Huda Beauty is definitely full coverage and even on like 1 pump. But I always use 2 pumps because I'm extra.
To me, what you did to me, what you did to me, what you did to me. I can't believe that anyone could make me feel this way. No, I can't believe I will let you get away with this again. So don't you tell me like that you're not.
Okay, so that's 2 layers of the Too Faced. I might just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna add like a wee half pump of the Too Faced. Not even half pump, like a toady amount. Just for shits and giggles.
Taking just be. Don't take it. Taking just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to.
Okay, so that's 2 layers, well there and a wee tiny bit of the Huda Beauty. That's 2 layers of the Too Faced. I would definitely say Huda Beauty by far is like definitely more full coverage. This one, it's like full coverage but more natural looking. This one's definitely more that full to maximum. But they both don't look too much of a bad match for each other. Like building up the Too Faced, it's closer to the colour of the Huda, but different finishes. I would say Too Faced, sorry my hair's in the way, Too Faced is more that natural luminous finish. This one has that kind of airbrushed matte, but like still has a bit of luminosity to it. They're both lovely foundations. I'm gonna come back to you once I have my rest of makeup on and just tell you my final verdict. I might do check-ins, see how both of them were and stuff like that, but yeah, they're not too much of a bad match for each other, but yeah, I'm gonna go back and check back in. Okay, so I'm back The rest of the makeup's done. Didn't do too much. Just gonna be a bit of eyeshadow, mascara, brows, bit of bronzer, bit of lipstick and stuff, and obviously the concealer and the powder and everything. But it's been over an hour and a half. Just went on a walk and stuff like that. So this side's Too Faced, and then this side's the Huda. I'll get way more out and just check. But wee Zuki is here. So I can see a tiny bit of patchiness around here where my bronzer is in Huda, but it isn't too bad. It just kind of looks a bit like patchy, like a tiny bit, but not too bad. Just sometimes you do get them random kind of patches in your face and your makeup, but it isn't too bad. Whereas the Too Faced looks more like natural. Obviously this side still looks flawless, both sides look really well. I can see more of a glow. I did set with powder, use a banana powder. I can see more of a glow on the Too Faced side. The Too Faced side looks more natural and luminous. The Huda, a slight bit of a glow, but it's definitely more like airbrushed and like a soft matte. I'm just seeing where else I can see. I don't know, like I think I can see the Too Faced like settling in slightly in my wee lines, but every foundation will do that. And the Huda's, let me see, Huda not so much, or I think more the Too Faced, that the lines are worse on that side than they are on that side. But I'll show you up close. She's looking like it out. But yeah, you can see that's starting to settle a bit. But it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look awful or separated. But yeah, I may let her out. One second, do you want to say hi to the camera just quickly before I let you out? Come on. She's impatient, like me. Impatient. Hi peeps, so this is Suki. Go say hi to the camera. My name is Suki, and I'm a pretty cheechy wild girl. She's not impressed. Who's that? That you in the camera? That you in the camera? You go say hi to YouTubers? Yeah? You're in my video, Suki, yeah? Oh my goodness, look at the girls. Right, I may let her out of the room because she's just getting so impatient with me. Right, go Suki. There you go. Alright. You sure you want out? Okay, so I'm going to give my final kind of verdict. Without, like, I'm going to do a check-in later on tonight, but I'm just going to do the final kind of verdict now. So I would say the Too Faced definitely making the full coverage. So Huda, I would say full to maximum coverage. Face has more of that natural luminous finish, but it isn't too glowy or dewy. It's more like a soft luminosity to it. Huda, definitely a soft matte, but still a big tiny bit of a sunshine to it. Too Faced more like a natural but still made up look. Huda, airbrushed, made up, out there. I love both of them. I would say the Huda is definitely for like oilier skin, so normal to oily skin. It's all about how to prep your skin and how to maintain it. So basically, like, use a mattifying primer and powder if you have oily skin, for both of them to stay on. But I think the Huda one's more suited to oilier skin, but it can be used for normal to dry skin too. Just if you're dry skin, just moisturise, exfoliate before you put your foundation and stuff on. Use a hydrating primer and hydrating powder if you want to use powder. I always do because I hate the feeling of tacky foundation on my face. It's just a personal preference. So I would say it's hard to say which one I really love the most. Like the Huda one looks really like flawless, and just both of them look flawless, let's be fair, but like the Huda one's like that edge, more coverage, whereas the Too Faced is more edge, more luminosity. It's really hard to say which one I do prefer. I can't decide, I really can't decide, but I do like them both, I love them both. I need to see how they were anyway. I think the Huda does better when I have my illuminating primer on. It looks better, like even better than what it does. Still looks nice now, but I think it just looks more, even more smoother with my like glowy primer instead of the Too Faced. I prefer having like a wee pore film primer and a glowy primer like before putting my foundation on. But like both of them look nice. It's really hard to say. It really is hard to say. I would say if you're looking for a full coverage foundation, medium the full coverage, that's more like natural looking and it kind of has more of a glow to it, like a dewiness to it. I would say Too Faced Born This Way is definitely going to be for you, and you can shear it down if you don't want a high coverage. Whereas Huda isn't that versatile, it's more that flawless filter going out foundation, like one you'd be going out with, and it's just perfect for that. I think both would be good for like special occasions, weddings and stuff like that. It's going to be a hard decision to see which one I'm going to wear for my wedding. That's the thing, I'm going to have such a hard time, but I just love them both. I really do love them both. It's so hard. I think in a way I prefer Huda in a slight bit because you can have more coverage with it, but the Too Faced I love too. It's so hard to decide. It really, really is. But if I wanted like quick full coverage, then Huda's where it's at. Whereas Too Faced, like it doesn't take that much to blend it, like or build it. But if you want full coverage, like the proper full coverage of Too Faced, you have to build it, which is not too much of a big deal, but it's hard. It really, really is hard. I would say it's head to head. It really, really is. But for more like for the coverage wise, I just prefer Huda for that because the coverage is high. But yeah, it's so hard. But they both do slightly different things, and that's why I love them both. So I can't really no kind of say one's way worse than the other one because I love them both. But yeah, this is so rambly and just like going back and forth for myself. But yeah, I love them both, but for coverage I prefer Huda for coverage. So that's it. There you go. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope I didn't ramble on too much, and I'll see you again from the next one. Stay gorgeous. Bye.